The Lord be with you. Thanks. But what does that mean? We're about 18 months into this new mass language now. And I've gotten pretty used to it, actually. But I'm not totally comfortable with it yet. And granted that greeting comes literally out of St. Paul, and apparently it was a greeting he used many times, a blessing. I just don't all the way know what it means. The Lord is with my spirit, but not the rest of me. Is there like a dualism here that sort of subtly says that my body is disconnected from my spirit, that my body is bad, that my body is somehow unimportant? The phrase, "and with your spirit," just sounds sort of clunky to me and awkward. But this week, in preparation for this feast, it's also made me think a little bit about all this. What is my spirit? What is the spirit I have? What is the spirit I give out? And what is your spirit? What is our spirit here? People tell me sometimes when they come in here that they feel this spirit here, that they feel something of this spirit of love at the CSC that is almost tangible. Is that true? Does a community have a spirit? What is your spirit? What is that invisible but oh so real energy that emanates from us all and from each of us, really? What is the spirit of Gary, or the spirit of Janet, or the spirit of Kathy, or the spirit of Carla, or the spirit of Angela, or the spirit of Bob? What is that energy that comes out of us towards others? I heard a saying once a long time ago that each time we meet someone, we can either add life to them or take it away. I like that, and it stayed with me for a long time now. Each time we meet someone, anyone, we can either add life to them or take it away. It's a statement about our spirit, what we put out into the world. A spirit that either adds life, healing, joy, peace, or a spirit that sucks the life and the joy out of the world because it's so negative and so angry. When we talk about Jesus' spirit in this life, it was always bringing about, his spirit was always bringing about the healing, the joy, the community. People just couldn't wait to be around him, to touch him, to hang on him, to hang on every word. People wanted to talk to him, to share their lives with him. Jesus had just that kind of a healing, peaceful, joyful spirit. When Jesus came to the disciples in this gospel today, he meets them in that upper room, and they went from a spirit of cowardice and took on a spirit of courage. They went from a spirit of isolation and took on a spirit of community. They went from a spirit of complaining and hiding to a spirit of joy and enthusiasm that became a tipping point for a whole new world. Today, we celebrate exactly that Spirit, that continuing gift of Jesus' Spirit to the church and to each of his followers. Pentecost celebrates that you and I have been entrusted with Jesus' own Spirit. That same Spirit that walked around this earth, emanating from Jesus, calling people to him, healing, offering compassion, and offering forgiveness. So what is your and my spirit? What comes out from us? And what effect is it having on other people in our worlds? Maybe we could muster some humility this week, and maybe even a little courage, and ask people, what are they picking up from us? What is the Spirit we are passing on to them? Ask them. It would take a lot of humility to ask that question. In the second reading you just heard proclaimed, it says that it will come out from each of us in different ways, this Spirit. Jesus' Spirit is always mixing with our own gifts and our own histories to form our own unique mission and our own unique spirit that is just ours, different from yours, each of us from each other. As Paul puts it, to each of us, the individual manifestation of the Spirit, the individual manifestation of that Spirit is given for some benefit, is given for the common good, for others. We have been given this incredible Spirit, the Spirit of the Lord. We have. It has been entrusted to the church. It's been entrusted to you and to me. And how is it mixing these days, then, this Spirit of his, with my own energies and my own history? What is coming out from us? Are we adding to the life of the people we meet, or are we taking it away? I think it's the great challenge of this feast to realize that the great gift that we have been given, and then to ask ourselves if that Spirit is becoming now one with ours and is coming through somehow, some way, in all of our words, in all of our actions. Is it coming through? What do people find when they meet me after a conversation with me? Are they getting any of that spirit of peace and kindness and joy? Are they getting my own self-centeredness, my own crabbiness, my own anxiety? For I get a bit of your Spirit, I get a bit of you every time we interact. And I take it with me. I take it with me out into the world. I do. And you get a bit of mine. Indeed, it's true that when we ask the Lord to be with your Spirit, we are asking no less than for you to give out the energy in your own unique way, to give out the energy that Jesus gave out in his day and still. And we are challenging each other to put out that same spirit of forgiveness and peace into the world that Jesus did. Tell me, is there a more basic prayer in all the Mass than that? That the Spirit of the Lord be in you, in your spirit, and in mine. So I say to you, the Lord be with you. Thank you. And with your spirit as well.